The Commission for Gender Equality will, during the months of February and March, visit schools in different provinces to monitor and ensure equitable access to education for children of all social classes. The Commission's commissioners and staff will visit a sample of 8 schools and 4 early childhood development centres in the Free State, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and the Western Cape to monitor learning conditions and ensure free access to education. The monitoring campaign will also put special focus on issues such as school nutrition programs, learner populations in classrooms, management of pregnancies and sexual abuse, amongst other issues. Well, the Commission for Gender Equality Commissioners have already visited 2 schools, each in the Free State and Gauteng. And for a little bit more on this, we're now joined by one of the commissioners, Commissioner Dibeela Mothupi. Thank you so much indeed for joining us and welcome to the program.
Good evening and evening to your viewers. Thanks for having us.
All right, perhaps let's start at the beginning in terms of what informed these visits? What had you seen, what had come to light that you thought we actually need to go and take a look?
Firstly, there had been reports of learners, in particular girl children who had to go out of school or drop off school because they had to look after their siblings due to the fact that the parents had passed on. That's number one. Number two, there are girl children who had to drop out of school because they had fallen pregnant. And in some families, then after a girl had fallen pregnant, the parents would not let them go back to school. In other instances, you would have girl children who would fall pregnant and they would be taken out of school and sometimes by the teachers and or the principal or the management of the school for reasons best known to them. And we've also learned of children who would go to school on empty stomachs and those who would get food from school through the nutritional programs, and as they leave school, they do not have anything to eat when they get back home. And also, we've learned of incidents of bullying and abuse within the school premises in a number of provinces. This is the reason, these are the reasons why we initiated this program, so that we can go to schools and find out for ourselves how far all of these aspects that I've already mentioned are affecting learning and teaching in a number of our schools. We've also seen bullying by learners towards their teachers. So we embarked on this program to ensure that we get to the bottom of this, find out as to how far is this affecting learning and teaching throughout our provinces in a number of schools that we have identified. This is just a pilot because it's the beginning of the program, and we through this would be able to identify the problems and also see what challenges there are and also improve the program moving forward.
So is that what you've seen at the school visits? Have other issues come up on the radar?
What we've seen through our visits, and let me, whilst on this, let me also commend the MECs for education in the identified provinces for their cooperation so far, and the principals of the schools which we have visited so far, and the teachers as well. What we have seen through our visits is that the parents in some schools are really showing interest in the education of their children. They are making sure that the environment in which their children are learning is secure by making sure that they guard their children when they go to school, and also by making sure that they look after the property of the school, making sure that nobody steals anything from the school. And if such a thing happens, they report to the school management. We've also picked up that the nutritional program is going on well. And in one school that we visited in the Free State, there's a business which I won't mention, obviously, that has taken keen interest, and they have made sure that they support the school. They provide the school with breakfast on a daily basis by making sure that they supply oats, instant porridge, and Movite, and other things that they provide the school with, so that learners can have something to eat in the morning. That is besides the school nutritional program. And with the coupled to the school nutritional program, they have made sure that the children from needy families, at least at the end of school, they get something to take home. And also during school holidays, they give them food parcels. These are some of the things that we've picked up, and some of the things that we believe as we go on with the program, we can also encourage other businesses to also show keen interest and support the school nutritional programs, so that they meet the Department of Education in different provinces halfway, to ensure that these children, even when they are not at school, they still have something to eat. And we've also come to learn that in a number of schools, there still are incidents of bullying by learners, which are being attended to by the school management and also by the Department of Education through their social workers, which are situated at their district offices.
I know gender equality looks a lot at the female, and I just wonder if the girl child is particularly vulnerable in this educational space. What are some of the things that you've seen?
The girl child is indeed vulnerable. And like I said, where in areas where, in particular in Botshabelo, in a school that we visited, there is a spot where children pass when they go to school. In particular, girl children, it is believed that they are not safe there. And like I said, parents have shown keen interest by making sure that they guard them, they wait at that spot so that they chase away the criminals who wait for the children there. And we even with the girl children who fall pregnant, some of them indeed it's by their age mates, but some of them is people who are even older than them who impregnate them. Those are some of actually, this is one of the things that one would say that shows that they are not safe. And also, some have to travel some distances in between school and where they stay. And in South Africa, at the moment, where women of all ages are being preyed on by men who take advantage on them, it obviously says that young women or girls who are at school going age are obviously not safe on their way to school, even on their way back from school. And hence there's a need for parents as well to take keen interest in the education of their children and making sure that they take turns in guarding their children while they go to school and when they come back, in particular where they have to travel distances.
All right, talking about access, you know, it's not that long ago where it was almost a given that the girl child doesn't get to go to school even, and the boy child is prioritized. Are we still facing that kind of discrimination where perhaps parents are just not ensuring that the girl children are getting to go to school?
In some families, you'd find that is still the problem, because there are parents who still believe that educating a girl child does not bring them any benefit, because a girl child at some point will get married and go and work for another family. But I can't say there is a lot of families who still believe in that. But one element that has kicked in is the pregnancy, where you find that when a girl child falls pregnant, they lose some time of their education. In most families, you find that at some point when the girl has given birth, they still have to look after the child for a few months. Obviously, when they look after the child for a few months while they are still nursing, they lose time of their academic year. And when they come back to school, they have to start back. Whilst the boy child, even if they were impregnated by their own age mate, would have still be going to school without any hindrance. They don't lose any time of their school time, while the girl child loses some time when they fall pregnant. So to a certain extent, the pregnancy challenge within or amongst teenagers is robbing them of some time of school.
Commissioner Mothupi, thank you so much indeed for joining us, and we wish you the best with the rest of your mission, and let's hope that in the future we won't still be having these kinds of conversations. Thanks for your time.